On lichess and Twitch. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, ready to get started. I gotta take my vitamin. Forgot. So, 5+3 challenges, casual as always. Arsenal fan, Asterbate. It was a tough night last night with the simul. I put a lot of my heart into those simuls, and I'm like always traumatized the next day. Hard to sleep. I put all my full concentration into the simul, and Monday morning I'm always a little bit of a wreck, but managed to get about 6 hours of sleep last night finally. We've got a challenge from Dhruv Goal. I guess we'll get started with that. If you are a subscriber to the stream, you can challenge first. We're playing 5+3 challenges for about 2 hours. 2 hours and a quarter. Dhruv Goal. He told me once what that means and I forgot. I don't know, it's worse than a tournament game for me, you know? Like, normally you get wound up by playing a tournament game, but it seems like the online simuls are worse than, say, playing like an over-the-board tournament game. Because you got like all these like... I guess somehow playing the 25 games sort of spins around in your brain. And like, they're there even after you finish the simul. My brain is still like thinking about these chess games or something subconsciously. For some reason, I always have trouble sleeping on Sunday nights. Alright, knight f3, knight f6. Be afraid. Find your bra. My bra. Lost a little weight in the last month or so, so my bra size has decreased slightly. D3, bra or brain? Alright, B-Jock, welcome. D3, the Vita Levante attack. My man boobs have downsized slightly. I had a really good walk yesterday. Trying to exercise. I always know there's a major football match going on by the Nazis on the street corner. Hungary lost another match with Albania yesterday. I didn't realize there was a game. But then all of a sudden, like, we're walking home and there's a pleasant crowd on the street. I live pretty close to within walking distance of the Puskás stadium for the football matches here in Hungary. A lot of scandals about it lately. They were insulting the English team. It's embarrassing. Whatever country I pick, like Hungary, the United States, I don't know which is worse. I'm sure the UK has its problems, Arsenal fan. I know the football fans are kind of irritating, but I mean, Boris Johnson, there's a funny political rift now. We're at like war with England. Hungary's at war with England over this football stuff. You know, there's like a back and forth where Boris Johnson said it's a travesty, and he's right to a certain extent. I mean, honestly, the English football fans are really bad. They're really obnoxious and annoying. But somehow this seems worse. Alright. So anyway, for a more pleasant conversation, we're playing reverse Roy Lopez here. Reverse Steinitz. Very equal, these type of positions. Oh, the other thing was the Pope was like in Budapest yesterday. Ironically. Or at least in the morning. We had We had the Pope in the morning and then Nazis in the afternoon. Great. It's, you know, it's a wonderful world we live in. I think the Pope was worse for traffic, but I'm not sure. It's pretty close. I mean, there's a lot of tension between, like, you know, the Hungarian government and the EU as well. But now you're not in the EU anymore. We're like everybody's enemy except for like Tajikistan, Russia, Kazakhstan, China. Or I could go back to the United States, where they sold 40 million guns last year. I don't know, man. Might have to like immigrate to like Romania or Austria or something. Let's see. That's only 40 million accounted gun sales. Right, I mean, those are just the legal ones we're talking about. Canada's pretty upset, from what I heard. Talk a little bit of politics here. It's a major issue. Like, Canada has a political, you know, like, race for the presidency there. And one major issue is, like, American guns crossing over the border. How many people are in the United States? I don't even know. 100 million? I don't know. How many? I don't even have a clue. 500? I don't even know. Bishop H7. 40 million guns seems like a lot. 300 million? Yeah, something like that. Miro says 370. Alright, so it's only 1 in 10 people that bought a new gun last year. I mean, honestly, I'm afraid to like have like a run-in with someone for like road rage and they'll like pull a gun on you. I feel better here in Hungary. Yeah, I gotta get my son a birthday present. He's 11. Now, if we were in the States, I would probably get him a gun, right? If I was true American. But since he's a Hungarian, I don't think a gun would be appropriate. His birthday is next week. Man, Black got good central control, trying to keep his bishops at bay. White played bishop f1 to open that rook, but the bishop is possibly going to come to the long diagonal. The teenager weapon of choice. Yeah, like, terrible. Knight back to f3. I'm impressed by Drew's goal. They play the opening very, very well. Not a lot of dynamism in the pawn structure here. How about a little space? Hey, what's up, Miro? Good to see you. We've got challenges. Subscribers first. Miro, Sumaher, I'm not really awake. I'm just pretending to be awake. So take it easy on me today, guys. People. I'm recovering from Sunday Simul. We missed Miro for the Sunday Simul. Sometimes he makes the Simuls. Padron and Tony, you should play a Simul sometime. Are you busy on Sundays? Tony? How's your Sundays, man? Thanks, guys, for subscribing. We had excellent support, donations, lots of gift subs yesterday. Appreciate that. Slime. You have a job again now. Don't ever stop your Simuls. The best on lichess. Yeah, I mean, if I get any more financially endangered, I'm gonna have to like do 2 Simuls a week or something. People seem to like the Simuls. Of course, like, you know, if I did them too often, it wouldn't be as special. Doing them once a week. They are hard work, though. But I do put my heart in it. You know, some people probably don't care that much. Actually, the Hungarian Team Championship is coming up. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to play. Between, like, having to teach, playing poker, having to just spend time with my family. Honestly, I'm very much thinking of not even playing in the Hungarian Team Championship this year. Because the reason I bring it up is because the matches are on Sunday. I haven't even been contacted by my team. There was this whole COVID thing, like last season, we didn't even have a team championship. It's all very unclear what's going to happen. I don't even know if there will be. There should be, but there's no player lists. And even if there is, I don't know if I'll play. It's hard, you know, to play like a team match in the morning, drive like 2 or 3 hours to some place in Hungary, come back, and then do my Simul. That's what I used to do in the last years. Dude has very consistent pressure on this pawn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I do this? Well, you can, but I don't know if it's good. See, the key was, like, could he take on e5 and then, like, support it with d4 or something? Of course, he doesn't have to. Panic. There was a panic moment. I missed e4. This might be even better. He simply panicked. In time pressure. Way to play a good game. Schieber Spieler. Oh, don't say that. Not. At least we don't have to see his name on the site for one morning. That's always like a refreshing feeling. All right. Lots of protected passed pawns. I mean, connected passed pawns. All right, Drupal, you can resign now. You're solid. It's a solid resignation here. No problem with that. You can stop playing now. What do you think of the Smith-Morra? I think that it's a good beginner's opening. I think that it's a system that's, you know, good to teach people how to play for the initiative. It has its place. It's not as stupid as the London system. But I don't think that it's a serious opening. I don't think that it's a serious opening for serious chess players who want to progress beyond master level. I think that it's objectively, you know, waste of the white pieces. At the master level, it's not good enough. You're lucky if you can equalize. It's probably good enough to equalize. So objectively, it's not good. That's what I would say. Objectively, it's not good. Practically, it can be good. This is the Morra Gambit up until, you know, like 2200, and nobody plays it beyond the 2200 level. No one's serious. Hey, it's Miro. It's like playing the Danish Gambit. You know, nobody plays the Danish Gambit at the master level. It's the same thing. You know, it has its place. It's useful for beginners, but I think, you know, once you have strong players playing, you know, it's a waste of the white pieces. Good answer. Then again, the London system is a waste of the white pieces too, in a kind of different way. I think you should try to get an advantage with white, you know, with something correct. All right, hey, it's Miro. We're playing challenges. Yeah, b3 is a waste of white too. I agree, and so is f4. Most openings are not going to give you a real chance for an advantage. All right, it's Miro. Well, let's try f4. Speaking of f4, yesterday someone asked me, what do you think about Casabianca or whatever? Hassan David played London against me on Saturday. You came in my mind with waste of white pieces. Let me guess. Draw. What happened? You won. Nice. But this was rapid, right? Rapid. Are you higher rated than him? He's a FIDE master too, right? You're around the same rating? I don't really know him. Yeah, both around 2300. I think I played him here in the Hungarian All-Stars. This is an interesting move that I've played as well. It's probably necessary to play e3. Is he the same age like you? Or older? Okay. Yeah, I never met him. But I did, like I said, play him online. Seemed pretty decent player. Younger generation of Hungarian chess players has emerged. G4 scores 47% for white. Damn. That's surprising. But you're talking about like lichess games? I assume... Ow. I think the birds is the words. Now, if you learn the bird really well, it could be a good weapon. But the problem is it becomes very predictable. This so-called ice bear. that Heinrich Danielson plays. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Yeah, FIDE Rapid. But Cheaperspieler, how many FIDE Rapid games have you played? I mean, surely... There are several problems, okay? The problem is, like, Cheaperspieler goes to a Rapid tournament, and he plays, like, 2300s who have 1800 ratings. FIDE Rapid's it's all messed up. I mean, Blitz is even worse, probably. Not enough people have established so-called FIDE ratings in those categories, so you go to, like, a tournament, and there's, like, Masters with no rating or really low ratings. What are you supposed to do, you know? I don't like the fact that I had to give up my bishop and not able to double his pawns. You know how you go to a Rapid tournament and you look at the cross table and there are people who are like 2350 normal, 1900 Rapid. It's ridiculous. FIDE has to enact some kind of rule where, like, and I've said this before, but it's pretty obvious. There really shouldn't be allowed greater than a certain gap, like, between your ratings. That would be easy to alleviate the problem. Just say, you know, you're not allowed to be more than 200 or 300 points below your other rating. It's simple. No problem. So if you're 2300 normal, you know, you wouldn't be allowed to drop below 2000 or whatever. There has to be some kind of way to, like, correct that. No, it has to be the normal rating as the benchmark, of course. It's the oldest one. It's established for most people. Easy. Well, no, like, whatever your normal rating would be, like your base rating. I'm just thinking out loud. It's just crazy, you know. I can't go to a tournament and play Schieber-Spieler and he's like 1900 in Rapid. That's like ripping me off. You know, that creates all kind of inflation or deflation in the rating system. I told you guys about the story how I played the Mongolian girl like 4 years ago. She was 2000 Rapid and 2400 regular. But I didn't know, you know, so I played like the 3 a.m. defense against her. I thought she was really like 1990 or something. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll play e4, knight h6. And then I find out, like, after I already, like, had a clear lost position, that she's 2,400. Oh, well, it would be nice if someone had told me that the 1900 I'm playing is really 2,400. So I lost, like, I don't know, 16 FIDE Rapid points or something. Whatever. Okay. FIDE. I love FIDE. It's a great organization. I love all sporting organizations. So what are we doing here? Rook d1, the ice bear. Maybe I'm an ice bear natural. One of the people in my country has won 3 last 4 county Blitz events too. His standard rating is 160. His Blitz is pretty much 200. I mean, you do get the Blitz specialists, right? I had the student who he played tons and tons of online Blitz, and he was like literally 1700 US, but he was like 2500 in Blitz. I mean, it happens. I mean, Blitz, online Blitz. You know, not like FIDE Blitz or something like that. I mean, he would give me a good game. He was very, very fast, extremely strong with mouse speed, and tactically decent. But he was like literally like 1700 over the board. So it's possible. There's a video where Kasparov gets mad. He's playing a 2000 player. Kasparov likes, yeah, he takes his simul seriously, man. I told the story yesterday. Danny Edelman, like, forced to draw with away pieces in a theoretical draw line, and Kasparov got freaking upset. Have you ever made an illegal? You asked me that yesterday. Dude, you asked me that question yesterday. Your memory is shorter than mine. I moved twice. I made an illegal move. So you're asking, like, not moving twice, but, like, an illegal move? Okay, that's a different question. I'm trying to think. You know what? I don't remember. But I know that I've done it in Blitz, obviously. In Blitz tournaments. The usual thing is to, like, be in check and not get out of check. I've definitely, like, you know, gotten checked and made another move, not realizing I was in check. And normally in Blitz you get forfeited. But not all places have the same rules. Some people cheat in Blitz on purpose over the board. Park hustlers are great with that. There are certain, like, tricks, like moving your rook to e8 while you castle. That's a big Washington Square Park trick. You can castle and play, like, rook f e8 at the same time. It's like extended castling. My favorite is when the park hustlers, like, their bishops switch colors. Sometimes. Although, you know, honestly, like, this doesn't happen very often. Anyone, like, dumb enough to fall for that, you wouldn't need to cheat against. And anyone good enough, you know, to realize that you're doing it, would realize. This is an interesting move, rook g8. You know, I honestly forgot I was playing Miro. For some reason, I thought I was playing Ripun. He's the next challenger. But he's been on the list so long. Not that it really matters who I'm playing. But Hayes Miro is a little higher rated. He is 2146 in Rapid. Though they have a similar sort of quick style. Underhanded. Has anyone ever tried to cheat? Anybody got any good stories about someone trying to cheat against them in a game? I don't mean, like, well, I mean, could be, but I'm not talking specifically about, like, you know, computers cheating. I've never had, but I've never played much in the last 10 years. I never had suspicions like one of my opponents used a computer. Rouse's style. Yeah, nice game. Nice job defending this. Because I thought he was worse earlier. Here we go. I get it. It's a nice move. He panicked. Alright. Late night panic. You did a good story about a friend of mine in a win-over main line. He was giving mate next move with the queen on f6. The opponent gave a few checks. Went with king to h4. And then bishop d7, d8 came. White resigned. You cheated once in a tournament game? I played a totally trash sacrifice, put my opponent in time pressure from 1 hour on his clock, and he immediately blundered next move. Why even play chess if you're going to cheat? Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean like you guys cheating. I mean, does anybody have stories of your opponents cheating? I once had an opponent, you know, the classic is like trying to like move a piece, and sorry, Ripun. Trying to move a piece and then like saying you adjusted it. Like the opponent I had moved the knight in an L shape. It's very childish, you know, and we'll see that at the beginner level a lot. Denying that you picked the piece up with the intention of moving it and saying you adjust. That was one of the more blatant cheatings. In your first few games, nobody would miss a check against me. You declared every check, right? You're such a noob, man. Anthony was there like, check. How do you say it? Scacchi or something? In Italian? I had this friend, he was embarrassing. This guy, he was embarrassing to be around. He would always like be a ham. He would like sing in public and serenade women on the street randomly. I was like always ashamed to hang out with him. But the other annoying thing he would do, he would like announce mate. I was like hiding if I was like standing there near him. He had this thing where he started to like announce mate against his opponents. Mate in 4. I was like, man, you just don't do that. You know, this is not like the 19th century. I mean, have you ever seen anyone do that in a real game? Like their polymorphy or whatever? They used to do that in the late 19th century. Mate in 4, mate. It'd be like the Geico lizard announcing mate with Arsenal fan. Oh, here we go with bishop f4 again. That's your pet line. What was it I missed on this last time? Well, it's still this is the best move. Oh no, I played e5 last time. What's up with e5? I mean, e5 is a good move, probably. Just like nothing fancy. I wonder if queen b6 is a move here. No, I mean, then he can play what? Knight d4? Queen b6, knight d4 is kind of annoying. I think I better just take. Okay, so we've at least equalized. Objectively more than equalized. But nothing fancy. I'm just gonna play. Just gonna play normal moves here. Who's that? Sorry guys, there's a lot of chat I missed. Hello there, SXPG here. I'm missing a lot of chat, everybody. There's a lot of chat suddenly. Well, I started this question about has anyone ever cheated? Then we've got a lot of interest in these topics I brought up. I can't get to all the answers. Why is the challenge count going down? It's always up and down. Lichess has some funky stuff going on a lot of the time. I don't know. Lichess with the game challenges acts really weird of late. They always like disappear and come back. Bullet is good for your brain. I had another rant yesterday about how Bullet is a waste of time. Oh, okay. I don't get it. What we're trying to do here. But that's the point. Whatever. You know, the problem is some people understand that, but some people don't. You know, they're like, oh, Magnus Carlsen swears by Bullet. That's why he's the world champion. Not really. He resigned. I'm surprised I didn't lose this. When he starts playing so fast, I just like, my brain is like, whoop, I don't know what to do. You know, I just start like losing my concentration. It annoys me, you know, when people have like bad positions and they start just playing bullet. I dropped a rook against them a couple games ago at the end. Boomer is challenging me to 3-0. Guys, I apologize. I'm probably missing a lot of comments. I'm a little slow on Monday mornings due to simul. That's a 50-50 position. What's a 50-50 position? How weird is his, like... How weird is his... Seriously, how weird is his play? It's like 0 inaccuracies, 2 blunders, inaccuracy 1, inaccuracy 2. Very strange game. That's very odd, honestly. Free rook. Well, king b4, king c5. If you give white, like, what are you talking about? He's completely lost. But if you give white like 2 free tempos, Prem, yeah. If you give him 2 free tempos, he's definitely doing pretty well. You know, but my king is coming over. So like king b4. It's actually a little tricky. Here. You gotta remember, like, okay, a lot of king and pawning games are lost here. If I'm able to, like, sack my rook. Let's see. This requires very precise technique from black. Yeah, that's why I was surprised you resigned as well. Like, objectively, it's a win for black, but you have to be very careful. b6, and now I would think I would crawl back here. I mean, you're not getting through on the dark squares. You know, I'm going to get to c7 the minute you try to push. It's a win for black, but it's true. I have to be very careful, and I'm surprised that he resigned. It's not that easy. Yeah, I mean, given his speed of play, like 34 moves with not a single inaccuracy, but 2 blunders. By the way, not to, like, you know, there's an atomic game. What? All right, SXPG. Long time no see. Anyone else a subscriber? Play like Kasparov. No, it was never a draw. I was always winning. You know, once he had a lost position. I actually played okay. But I feel very... let's just put it this way. Monday mornings are not my most alert time. If I'm going to blunder, it's probably going to be Monday morning. Yesterday I made a terrible blunder in the simul. Like my game against someone on sound. I just dropped a piece under attack. Schieberspieler, hopefully you can stream soon as well. That was weird. I like looked at the board. My rook was hanging in the middle of the board and I didn't see it. And just made like a pawn move on the flank. Sometimes I'm trying to go through the simul games too fast. But I mean, missing a rook hanging in the middle of the board, straight up like that. Play it. Kasparov plays like, it looks like he's playing b5 against everything. You're not supposed to play b5 here though, right? This is early. Bishop e7 is probably main line. I'm sure bishop e6 is a move. I try to play different stuff against play like Kasparov. He has a narrow repertoire, and you know, I'll be playing the same line over and over and over again. I don't like that. Some people do, but I like to play different stuff. Hey, Kirill. Not good. I didn't sleep well. Simul's are tough. I wish I was like Anand or something who didn't even have to like use any brain cells to play chess. I don't rest well on Sunday nights after playing simuls. Tournament games aren't bad, but for some reason the simuls, they mess with me. I can't like go to sleep after that. I have to take some kind of sleeping pills on Sunday nights. So I saw in the Pomniachi or someone play this, but I don't know anything about it. I just thought it was an original idea. Maybe Vasher Legrave. I can't remember who it was. I thought it was try the My Pillow guy. Try lavender pillow spray. It's organic. There's such a hydrochloro whatever. Some kind of COVID cure, probably. What's the horse dewormer? I can try that. I like natural alcohol. I showed you I have a 2-liter bottle of Palenko, right? Or whatever. Whatever this is. I could always like drink this. Not wake up the next morning. But seriously. That stuff is just devastating. 50%. It's like brutal. No, I need something to sleep. Alcohol is not good. Vodka and sauna, according to the Belarusian leader. So I thought bishop g5, but somehow that doesn't seem right. So what's the point of this again? Does anyone know what the point of queen d3 is? Just randomly put your bishop on g5? Alright. And then like a4. Haha, I made you put your knight on d7. Well, at least now I can't come to c6 and like b4 and disrupt my queen. Now, he's clearly on his own here. And that makes two of us. I need a reason. I guess you need a reason not to play a5. Just sort of doing random stuff. Alright, bishop h4. Never my intention anyway. The point was to get him to put his knight on d7. Now I can just go here or something. I like this. Michael Adams would like this. This is kind of cool. He has no clue what he's doing here. Just moving fast and making moves. Alright, now we have to think about the d5 square. But I have knight a5, which is always a subtle threat. Man, why are you playing so fast? Drives me nuts. The worse their position gets, the faster they play. It doesn't matter. They just play fast. They being my opponents. It's Blitz, I know. Alright, I've got 2 challenges. Dimitri, Mango Meister, and Sergey. Is anyone a subscriber to the stream? We got some gift subs yesterday. Mango Meister, did you get gift subbed? SXPG, it brings you back to us. I haven't seen you in a long time. We had a lot of gift subs yesterday. I mean, where are all the gift subs? By the way, this worked out great. I mean, white has a nice advantage. No, I'm not only playing subs. A lot of them don't show up. So it's just subs first. Only like 10% of my subs actually come to the stream and challenge me. After all, like, the subscribers are the ones that have jobs and are working. It's just us losers that are like online during working hours. I have to rely on the people who actually work to be subscribers. We're mostly like unemployed chess playing losers here. But I mean that in the best possible way. Nothing like being a chess bum. SXPG is having vacation now. I wasn't trying to single you out, Arsenal fan. I'm just kidding. Every good chess professional knows that the secret to being a successful chess professional is having a wife who has a good job. I never mastered that. Wife or husband, you know, whatever the case may be. I should rephrase it to a significant other who has a great job. Preferably like employed by like a university or something so your children can get free higher education. That's the best. That's what Alexander Ivanov, my friend, his wife worked at Boston University. So not only did his wife have a good job, but his kids could go to school for free at one of the most expensive, schools in the world. That's a pretty good deal. And you can stroll around like playing in chess tournaments while your wife works and your kids get a free education. Not a bad deal. See, that's the secret to becoming a chess grandmaster. Being a successful grandmaster, you got to be very selective about your life partner. How you handle this queenside pressure? Who are you talking to? Who has queenside pressure? It's an interesting comment. I don't really feel like either side has. I think both sides have queenside pressure. It's kind of difficult to interpret. There's definitely a battle going on. But I didn't know who Arsenal's referring to. Is it me who has queenside pressure or him? I would think, yes, he's talking to white. He's talking about white. I don't know, though. I'm really not sure. There's definitely no play on the king side. The king side is just nothing. But I'm down to 15 seconds. Black's pressure. Man, this is very similar to another game I played against him. I guess it depends on which side of the board you're looking at, man. Like, literally, I bet you might have a different perception if you look from the other side. Are you looking from the my side? The my side. Are you looking from my side? I mean, I guess you should be. If you're watching the stream, you're probably looking at it from White's perspective. But I seriously feel like perspective is a lot. You know, if you look at a position from White or Black, to me it makes a freaking big difference. What is going on? Always does this to me. I really don't know how to explain it, but it seems like play like Kasparov's level rises like 200 rating points when he's like losing or worse. I guess it's psychological, man, but you play much better when you're on the verge of losing than any other time in the games whenever I play with you. I find that's pretty unusual. You must be much more motivated when you have a bad position. You play better when you're like lost than any other time in games. It's becoming like more and more noticeable to me every time I play with you. That would tell me as a player, like, I have to try. You've got to try harder when you're not lost, you know? Like, having a bad position seems to motivate you, but you should be that motivated all the time, as you are, right? The instinct of survival. If he could motivate himself to be that intense all the time, then he would be very, very strong. I'm a good defender, too. Like, I save a lot of bad positions. Well, it's hard to be intense all the time, you know? But I've noticed it really distinctly playing against play like Kasparov. He seems to turn on like another afterburner when he's like losing. Here I was lucky to hold it together. But let me see that opening before we go on to the next game. I noticed this line, "Hey everyone, what's up? It's Zell Poker." I noticed this line. It looks like an easy way for White to play against the Najdorf. I don't see any games. Maybe it was played on the next move. Maybe it's castle, castle, queen d3. Let's see. Here. Okay. So normally it's played a move later, after castle, castle, queen d3. This line has a good score. I think this looks like a really safe, sort of easy system for White to play. The Pomniachi. Speaking in the Pomniachi, here's my big question. Now we ought to talk about something serious while we're playing. Asterbait with a challenge. SXPG. No one else, just subscribers. Zell Poker and Asterbait. If he plays best when losing, yeah. You should play the Scandinavian. Good joke, man. What is Magnus Carlsen going to use against the Pomniachi? Is he going to bore him to death? Do you think the Berlin defense or something? Notice one thing that I think is very interesting. I think we're going to see maybe more e4, e5 than we saw against Caruana, because Caruana is maybe the best player in the world against the Berlin defense, I would say. So if you take that into consideration, notice how like Magnus was playing the Sveshnikov against Caruana. He's not necessarily going to play the same thing against the Palmiachi. Against Caruana, it was a bad choice to play the Berlin. Caruana beat him a couple times in the Berlin. So I think Nepo has talked about finding a different white response to e4, e5. Maybe he'll experiment with something like Vienna. Asterbate, good game. But I'm pretty sure that would be the game plan. You know, try to bore Nepomniachtchi to death with the Berlin defense. That's also a very predictable. Of course, that's a very predictable thing. It's the first thing Nepomniachtchi will expect. But I guess a fairly good strategy. I never played this line, but I know Asterbate doesn't know it. So it should be interesting. I've never played it against him, and I don't think he's ever faced it. Black's best move is a6 after bishop e5. Knight c6 is playable. I had some fantastically interesting games with Black in this line. People say the London is a stale opening. Well, yeah, man. But that's another thing that Magnus might want to do against the Palmiachi. Maybe boring him to death is okay. No, I mean, you see, that's the other thing that's important about this World Championship match. Magnus has to take a different approach. The Palmiachi's better at Rapid and Blitz than Caruana, who is notoriously... Caruana is like notoriously one of the weaker players for the 2800 club in faster time controls. You said he also did the same against Karyakin? Well, I mean, maybe not as much. I'm not sure Karyakin's like Caruana. But Asterbate sacrificing a piece here. Losing a piece. No, I think he needs to try to just win, you know, every opportunity he can get. Asterbate, what are you doing? Beat the Palmiachi any way he can, basically. Asterbate with a late night challenge. He normally doesn't challenge me. This is kind of greedy, but there's a fire sale apparently on pieces. Yeah, I think you want to be really solid. I think the Palmiachi's a little more of a risk taker than Carlsen. I mean, than Caruana, or he might be a little more of a risk taker. We're willing to play. Well, I mean, but I think just a solid approach. Okay, Asterbate, what happened to you in this game? Now that's a bad move. That's a bad move. Why are you trading pieces when you're down 2 pieces? Never trade pieces when you're down material. Of course you should take with the pawn here. Your bishop is like your best piece. This is a very, very bad idea. I don't know, Asterbate just, he doesn't play against me anymore. He can't play against me anymore. He sort of resigned. Caruana wasn't ambitious enough in their match. It shows in the fact he played the Petrov. Maybe. To be fair, Bijak, Mango Man, to be fair, Caruana had a very good run with the Petrov right before his match with Magnus. You know, he won like the key games in the candidates tournament to qualify using that Petrov. So it's like pretty hard to like basically beat Kramnik and So or whoever in those critical games using the Petrov and then like bail on it, you know, after it served him so well in that candidates tournament. But it's a different player. But anyway, I mean, that's not why Caruana lost the match. You know, he lost the match because the match is decided by rapid. He drew the match for the World Championship, essentially. Alright. Masturbate's like rematching. What's up, man? Ooh, Zell Poker. What happened? I just clicked on his profile. What am I doing here? So I try to take challenges from our subscribers. We're getting so many challenges. Excel Poker is a subscriber. Imagine Carlson plays a Coke Crane. Talk to Asterbait about it. Yeah. No, I mean, you don't have to. I don't know. I think they're both going to play pretty solidly. It should be interesting, though. I'm excited. I definitely didn't really find anything exciting about Caruana Anand or Caruana Karyakin. I enjoyed the match with... I'm sorry, Carlson Anand or Carlson Karyakin. I enjoyed watching Magnus play Caruana, and I think the Pomniachi will be, you know, an interesting match. At what lichess rating do you start facing titled players? Well, I guess candidate masters at, you know, let's, putting aside the women's titles, let's say candidate master around 2300. I've seen all kinds of range, though. You can't really compare online chess to over-the-board titles that well. I've seen candidate masters who are 2900, like top 10. Now that could be anything. That could be a grandmaster playing on a candidate master's account. That's what it looks like to me. You can never trust your opponent. You'd love to see a Firouzja Carlson match? Firouzja will never, dude. I'll bet you if you want to. He's interested in bullet chess and like streaming now. How's the guy gonna win a candidates tournament? He'd have to like totally change direction. Firouzja would have to completely get serious about the game to win a tournament like that. He's gone in the wrong direction. He's influenced by Hikaru and the idea of making money by like online streaming and ultra fast chess. He has no chance in a serious tournament like that. At least not to win it. You know, he might like make 50%. I think, you know, respectable result, yes. Winning a candidates tournament? There's no freaking way. I don't know what happens 10 years from now. He could change. Clearly the guy is super, super talented. But I personally feel sort of ill when I think of very talented players who are wasting their time streaming and playing Bullet. But I guess Hikaru considers himself like a old man or something. I don't know. That's his decision. But for the younger players like Faruja, it seems like they're, wow, I can make a lot of money chess streaming. Right, Duda is making great strides. I know his coach. They're all very proud of his accomplishments. Duda seems like the real deal. That's the kind of attitude that Faruja needs to have. No, someone like Duda has a real chance. Rapport is kind of a head case. I don't know Richie that well. I did beat him in a beautiful game, thank you very much. But Rapport seems kind of a little flighty, playing crazy openings. I don't know. But I like Duda's chances. He's really stable. I was wondering about G5. I know that seems crazy. You never know. Alright. There's no going back if he plays G5 though. G5 is pretty nuts. Have we played this before? With Excel Poker, I wonder? German streamer Fritzy is 2700 Rapid, 2700 Blitz, 2800 Bullet, and no FIDE title. Well, I told this story about my student who was like 1700 and he was 2500 in Blitz online. It's definitely a different animal. Online Blitz is a different animal and online chess is a different animal. So it's definitely possible for untitled players to master certain things. But that doesn't mean it carries over. That they're gonna be good at long chess. Whoa, you're attacking my pawn. How dare you? This was a big, dumb mistake, right? Instantly the right move. Instantly. That's interesting. Not even thinking about it. He instantly played the right move. He has, I don't know, like 5 different moves here. But he had protect b5. But that's the only move that's good. Only queen d7. $12.78 FIDE. And yeah, that's like one of our other subscribers. Hey, it's Miro I played earlier. He has a really low USCF rating. could sack my queen. Strong is this guy. 2387 in bullet. I guess I should just resign. I mean, this is like unbelievable play by black this game. Let's see. What's his CPL? Perfect game, I would say. A5 here. Top 3. This is top 2. This is top 1. This was a blunder. Trading on b5 was just a blunder. I have to sacrifice this pawn. It is a very bad move. There's no way I should open up this bishop on the diagonal. Like, I realized as soon as I did it, I'm an idiot. There's no reason to open this bishop's diagonal for me. This is just stupid. Plus I undouble his pawns. I thought queen d7 is better than bishop c6, but it says it's equal. Queen d7 develops a new piece. It's also like the bishop's undefended on c6. If I play something like queen e4. I was better at some point. This is my pet variation though. I never play e takes f6. I guess it's a better move. Most people don't know that well. No, I mean, I've played this position hundreds of times, Excel poker. I don't play bishop takes c3. I mean, I've had like millions of games in that line. That's just the way I play. But rarely do my opponents play as well as you. Mostly people collapse. They're not playing like IMs. You know, I'm playing like 2200s. I thought you played better than the Centipon loss you got credit for. It said like 30. I thought it was basically a flawless game by black. It doesn't like your opening line with e takes f6. That's strange. I have to look at that. The computer was giving white like a very large advantage after e takes f6. I didn't think it was that big. This is kind of a weird move. Knight b3. Unprovoked. Don't see that much. I think sometimes, don't quote me on it, but when you play moves that the computer doesn't consider mistakes but doesn't see, the games turn out to be like 30. Interesting. Does this equalize? I think it just equalized, but objectively, it's not the most exciting position. There's 95. Rook d8. Maybe rook d8 is better. Where does this queen go? I feel like we're better. It looks like Kirill is a good player, but he's not an opening guy. Yesterday we had a simul game where I was better and then I was worse, but then it was a draw. The opening wasn't well played by both sides, it looked like. Bishop f5. Bishop f5. The Fahrenheit grades of chess. Astrobate does not play well against me, Padron and Tony. I don't know what it's up. Astrobate, what happened yesterday? What was that? You're playing less and less competitive against me for some reason. Lately, Astrobate. It's almost like you don't try. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it, really. It feels like you're not... It feels like you're not fully trying like you used to. Like he's sort of resigned. He's lost too many games and he doesn't want to try anymore. He's had some simul game against me where he played competitively and it was close. Even though he's like 1500, 1600. But in the last 6 months, it seems like he's not even in the game. I understand Fahrenheit grades. You're so British. British Italian. Typical British Italian. But Astrobate played in the Schieberspieler's classical arena or whatever. You're playing that arena thing that has like 12 hours of classical games the day before or whatever. I think he got a little burned out. Too burned out. I don't know how to play this position. Feels like black's better, but yeah, not so sure. F5. Pawn E5 maybe. Should I do E5? I feel like I have to use these pawns somehow. It's kind of an anti-positional move in a sense. But I don't know what else to do. Use my pawns. They're there. Pawns are there to be used, so use them. What do I do now? Don't ask me, man. I'm just here for the snacks. 95. He's playing another game at the same time? Are you serious? Yeah, I missed this. We just lost the pawn. Well, that's good. And he's playing another game simul against me? Really? I just resigned, dude. Whatever. One inaccuracy. Yeah. Uh-huh. He's a little too good, I think. He played like perfect moves using no time in the end game. Sure, whatever. He's probably like 1400 over the board. I know. Potato chess. Are you the same person or different people? Potato chess and Kirill. Are you sure you're not the same person? I like the 13 CPL 100 move game yesterday. Right. You have 2600 technique in the endgame, but you don't know like 10 moves opening theory. It's very standard. Very standard. You're a CM in Israel? And you're not the same person? Well, the other guy definitely cheated, dude. So I became suspicious of both of you. There's no way I'm going to believe the guy with the 13 cent upon loss. Sorry. I'm not going to go for that. I mean, he might be your friend, but... You know, I'm sorry, dude. Nobody plays a 100 move game with 13 cent upon loss. So I can't trust you guys after that. If you're a CM, why is it not on your account, by the way? I don't know. You guys are kind of sketchy. I'll believe it when I see it. Because it's in Israel? Well, CM is a FIDE title. I mean, it's not a national title. You're FIDE 2038. Alright. That's enough. Yep. And you play like your 2700. I'm tired of playing people who are like cheating against me. Seriously. Proposes a take back. Yeah, if he's 2000 FIDE, he doesn't play like he's 2700 in the end game. It's ridiculous. And his friend is like totally cheated against me in the Simo last night. I was pretty upset about it. But we're just going to pretend that they're normal? No. I'm not going to go for it. They're like irreparably linked. And the one guy definitely cheated. And this is already like the same guy. They're both commenting at the same time. I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's like normal. You don't know 10 moves of theory, but you play the end game like you're a GM. I mean, using no time at all. It's ridiculous. Yesterday as well. Like, whatever. I'm not going to play those guys. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not wrong about the Simul game. I would not play that guy again. Potato guy. It's ridiculous. Like, what kind of idiot do you think I am? Like, seriously. Playing a 1300 lichess player. Like, I must have been born yesterday. Brudinski here. I thought I had a good position, but actually this sort of sucks. I'm just not gonna talk to those guys. How do you even notice cheating in Simul? When my opponents who are 1300 in Blitz have a Karpov-like performance in a 100-move game with no inaccuracies. That's how I notice cheating. And then they pretend like it's completely normal. Whatever. Two throws, 2038. FIDE is like I beat them in my sleep without even thinking. And this guy's like crushing me. I mean, give me a break, dude. You're like stronger than me in Blitz and you're 2038 FIDE. I don't even play 2038 FIDE players. Practically. I don't know, man. People think like I was born yesterday, really. Brudinski played well. Just like blow me off the board with perfect endgame technique and you're 2000. Wow. Sure. I know where that's going. Let's just stop now. Find someone else to troll. I mean, 2038 isn't bad, but you're not going to like blow me away with instantaneous perfect in-game technique. That's not how it works. I don't know, man. Inexorably linked to ego or something. It's like the billionaire who cheated against Anand, right? Why would a billionaire cheat? That's how he got all his money, I guess. You know, like cheating in business or something. No, I don't want to play those guys. Too sus. But I've gotten to the point where I'm suspicious of everybody. Brudinski blundered. He's definitely not a computer. All right. Well, I lost fair and square against Excel Poker. He's really strong. All right. This player doesn't have enough games. Wrong time control. But when the one guy, like, is 1400, plays like Karpov, he has 13 CPL in a 100-plus move game with perfect technique, and then his friend tries to defend him, I'm going to be a little suspicious of the friend as well. Sorry. It's a package deal. I just can't inherently trust these people after that game in the simul. Sardai, Mango Meister. Mango Meister, where'd you go? I have no problem with losing. It's fine, you know. But if I even remotely think you're a computer, I'm just going to ban you from the stream. Or if you try to, like, defend someone who's blatantly cheating, then I'm going to ban you from the stream. Arsenal fan. Look, I lose all the time. It's alright, I accept it. We can't trust people online. Alright, the Benoni has been a long time. Dude, Karpov was excellent, you know. He would have still held his own today. I mean, he's still around, but he doesn't play. I'm impressed, though, looking at his old games. I really need something else here. Okay, let's go with it. Looking at his games with Korchnoi from 78, his preparation was incredible. His analysis, very good. Very accurate play by today's standards. No, he probably could have benefited from slightly stronger opening analysis. But he did the best he could for that time. A lot of his lines, man, were like completely engine number one, engine number one, engine number one. And they were games played in the 70s. His analysis and some of the variations, or his team's analysis, was really accurate. I'm looking at games, it's impressive. Even 20, 40, 40 years ago, some of the lines he played with Korchnoi, he played like virtually perfectly. Clearly no computer assistance. I like Karpov when he played e4, though. Am I supposed to play f5? It's a move, right? Arsenal says the first rule of Benoni is putting a knight on e5. There you go. Yep. Maybe I'm screwed already. That's kind of pessimistic, wouldn't it? That would be kind of pessimistic. Say I was screwed already. It's a tough position. You can't be compromising with this guy, Arsenal fan. Thanks everyone for watching. We're going to host a tournament tomorrow night. I guess we're due for Blitz. It will be, I guess, a normal Blitz arena. I'd like to join our Team Pond and Horses Club. Some guy is sending me a message. There's no reason to decline my challenge. Did you challenge me to the wrong time control? Seriously. There's no reason to decline my challenge. Are you serious? Even if you don't, check this out. Even if you don't know me, dude, you challenged me to the wrong time control. Are you serious? You're sending me like a personal message, but there's no reason to decline your challenge. Are you serious? Really? Like, I have a lifetime responsibility to just play any random challenge that people send me? What planet are you from? You're challenging me to the wrong time control, or you don't have an established account, like the rules that I live by here. He's outraged that I declined his challenge to 3-0. It's my duty since birth to accept any challenge that has ever been sent to me by random people. Obviously. There's a lot of crazy people out there. What can I do? I simply ask everyone to have 100 rated games and challenge me to 5+3. 5+3 casual established accounts with 100 rated games. It is very simple. It's like a FIDE. Yeah, when I got the IM title, I'm obliged to play every one. Engines, random time controls, whatever. I can't decline challenges. Classic Fianchetto night. I am slow. It's Monday. I got 2 messages. Guys, you're watching my stream, right? Does anybody see the screen? It's like 5+3 challenges at the bottom of the screen. It says that 5+3 casual challenges. Did I just move the board? Whoa, sorry. I think we just moved our board. How did I do that? That's weird. That hasn't been like that the whole stream, right? I would assume someone would tell me. The board was crooked the whole stream. Guys, please don't send me like messages on lichess while we're playing. If you want to join the Twitch stream and join the chat there. But I'm not going to continue to like... Oh, I see what I did. Oh, no. I moved the board. No, I messed it up again. It was just messed up by me. Alright. We're back to a normal position for the board. At the bottom of the screen, it says 5+3 casual challenges. It's simple. So he played G5. There's F6. It's on the marquee. Stop sending me messages in lichess. The marquee, like it's a theater or something. The pawn amoeba. My friend Joe is a big 4-pawns attack aficionado. That was bad. If he got the lockdown with D5, F5, and E6, then you were really screwed. E6 was the final blow. If he gets that, it's over. Space. It either works or it doesn't work. God damn, he had a defense. He had a defense. Dude, stop. Stop coming up with good defenses. Knight d6. It's not fair. f6 is a great attacking theme, though. What am I doing? If you guys want to contact me, just send me a message here. Send us a message here on Twitch if you want to talk or chat live. I try not to, you know, have conversations with people on lichess. First of all, it's not secure. Don't send private messages on lichess if you don't want like lichess to read your private messages. They have bots that monitor your messages. It's like not a good scene. I think we must step away from the chalupa. Orwellian message bots will read your messages to see if you talk about cheating on the site. You just played that. You did that. H5, you sicko. You sick puppy. He's a sick puppy. I guess I should have taken on h5. It's got to be better, right? Does this let him close it up too much? With like h4? That concerns me a little bit. Letting him close it up. Right. Yeah, that's bad. Definitely a human opponent. It's always refreshing. Thanks for being human, Arsenal. Alright, where did it go wrong? Quick look. I don't know about f5 though, it might be wrong. You got a clean game, 2 inaccuracies. Knight e6 is legit. Right. So you played knight c7. Knight b4 might be better, but it's hard to say. Yeah, I think I vote for knight b4. It's a little more active and less congested. But I don't know if you've analyzed beyond this. So a6. Yeah, so this is a very rare move. Wow. Surprisingly, like, wow, very few games here. And I've got 1.6. Damn, that's like engine number 1. Maybe I'm a computer. I never thought of that. Are people computers? Queenie one has actually equally promising analysis. The f5 is number 1. We played like best move, by the way. Knight e5, knight e5, bishop e5, bishop f4. And this has been played only in 1 game, unbelievably. That looks very logical for both sides. Here, yeah, you gotta be very careful. Alright, man, I don't know, this needs to be analyzed a little bit more in depth if you're gonna play that line. I got a request to join our team. We're gonna have a tournament tomorrow night, Arena. Sardai joined the team. Alright, well, how's our time now? We've got plenty of time. Another 2 games. Dinekis is here. Bradinsky's rechallenge. Already played them. Akri's re-challenged. This player doesn't have enough games. So we'll play these two, and that's it. We've got to ask everybody, please, to have an established account with 100 games at least. People are computers. I'm just a weak computer. I was thinking yesterday how amazing the human body is, you know, life itself. Very philosophical. It's like falafel. It's very philosophical. But in a sense, the human brain is a computer. We're just weak computers. Not really weak, actually. Someone asked a question online. I mean, can a computer, like, can AI, for example, compose a theater production, like a play? Seriously, here's a good question. If computers are superior to humans, you know, can they compose a play, for example? They could, but it would suck, right? It would probably have no emotion. It's kind of an interesting thing to think about. All right. All right, e4. Ukrainian variation. So they can beat us at chess, but they can't write a play. I feel like Mr. Coffee would like to get in on this and data. I watched Star Trek Picard for the first time last night. I'm a true nerd. Picard is playing poker with Data. You feel like you maybe didn't deal with F5 properly. See what the computer wants to do. But I know that's a key idea there. You know, the epic Nunn Kasparov game from the late 80s, mid 80s, or whenever it was. When Nunn tried to play the Benoni against Kasparov. Maybe not a good idea. No, you had to blockade the dark squares. The computer said Queen F6 when I played Bishop F4. Looks like you have to cling to that blockade, basically. Do we do H6 and G5? That's the other line it gave. You know, like second best or third best. Or if you don't do Queen F6, then you should do F6 later. But that was a recurring theme when we strolled through those lines. We scrolling through the lines there. The engine wanted to lock down F6, either Queen F6 or like later, you know. It doesn't let me play F6. You're still probably worse, but as you can see, that's like, I mean, that's why I won, right? F6. It's this huge attacking idea. In every kind of... You guess you want to play knight a6. Well, I feel like knight c7 maybe not as good as knight b4. Huh. This is kind of a dubious opening for black. Can be very effective. I've had mixed results. Favorite of Nesmedinov. When the Soviets started playing the King's Indian in the late 40s, you know, basically post World War II, King's Indian was born. Oftentimes they use the move order like d4, knight f6, c4, d6, and then The old Indian and the King's Indian were sort of the same thing. King's Indian was just being invented. But I think this line is a little bit dubious. You know, interestingly, I always played knight g5, but it's possible that knight d2 is actually a better move than knight g5 in this position. It's hard to decide. So he's recycling. We're going to lock that down. We got to make sure e4 is controlled and overprotected. So many great players from the Soviet era who played the King's Indian. Not just Nesbedinov, but Stein, Geller, Boleslavsky, Bronstein. Yeah. Many others I didn't even mention. As I said many times on the stream, that's why Fischer got into the King's Indian. It's not like, you know, he learned that in the American school of chess. h4 is an interesting move. Would you possibly play like knight h3 to attack my pawn there? I'm literally worried about like Pontic's pawn, knight h3. What do I do? I guess I can defend it with some kind of weird move like knight g4. This doesn't seem right. Screen frozen. Your screen is frozen. Maybe Twitch. I don't seem to have lost frames, dropped frames. But Arsenal, you're the only one chatting in the chat, which is kind of weird. Yeah, it's okay. It's just Arsenal. This is weird. White's played this very patiently. So he's played, I love this. Very solid, safe setup. Now what do I do? I don't know what to do. I don't really want to castle kingside. And if I play g4, he plays the f4 square with his knight. So I'm like stuck in this like void. Do I castle kingside? Anyway? I think we do. But my e4 is going to drop if I do that. I need to be able to play d5. Got to keep him off of this square. If I play d5. So what happens if bishop a3? We change plan. I'm sharing the wrong screen? Oh my god. Why didn't somebody tell me that? I'm such an idiot. Thank you for figuring that out. I didn't even realize. Sorry. That's why Arsenal's like bugging out. Sorry everybody. We couldn't figure it out, but Requin helped us. Here's the current game. Bishop e2. Now I play d5. Just want to see yourself. It helped my narcissism. I was thinking of narcissism earlier today. I guess we're all narcissistic to some degree, but some people are clearly worse than others. What do I do with this position, man? This guy is tough. He knows what he's doing here. Got another message. Yep. We finally got it fixed. Thank you, guys. I had no clue all along. I thought it was something on Arsenal's end. And I'm just paying attention to the game, la la la. You know, and you're just like not even seeing what I'm doing. Sarde is pretty good. I've opted for central castling. Both sides have opted to pseudo castle. Whoa. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. But he does have a bad bishop, so that's good. Speaking of the bad bishop, but he's hanging on. He's very combative. Get me to safety, please. Ooh, that's a big pawn. He's fast, too. Alright, let's just wake up. Time to wake up. What? Finally a blunder settles it. Or a piece. Yeah, it's over. Alright, last game. Last game. Acris was challenging first. And their challenge got... He was on the wrong challenge. Sorry, Dinekis will play you later. Actually, Hi is also up there first. I don't know, Dinekis dropped out again. Already played Ripun. Anyway, guys, this is a rated challenge. This is my last game for today. This is a new player. 2226. Hopefully, they're human. It's a little low for a computer. The computer would be like 2450, 2500 at least. I'm optimistic. We're not playing a computer. Dinekis, you're a subscriber. Alright, man, we'll play you. Stay and challenge me. I'll play one more game. If you want, if you have time, I'll stay and play that last game with Dinekis. I didn't realize you were a subscriber. I would have taken your challenge first. This is a Gambit, Uva, Aliakin Uva Gambit line. isn't it? Yes, Repun, of course. We'll play 300, 500. 300, 500. It's like poker. Blinds. B7's just hanging. You need that time. You really use it. Oh, my rook is trapped. Nice. Well, not fully trapped. So he's another player who's just fast. He's good, but plays too fast. Man, did I just blunder? I didn't blunder, right? Black has bad time management. You like the 3 a.m. defense, the Swiss? Guten Morgen. Uncle Jay. My German is non-existent, but I know that much. Uncle Joe. Man, I've got like Queen B5 here too. That's pretty devastating. Black's lost anyway. Yeah, it's probably even better. I'm not blitzing out. He used 30 seconds. I've used like a minute and 5. I mean, I've used more time than he has. I mean, you guys force me to do this all the time. Now I win a piece. He just plays too fast. I mean, he's 2200. Imagine if he took his time. Does that save a piece? Holy crap. Almost. Tactical alertness. Just a miracle. No spoilers. Loose pieces drop off. Former poker star. Any links on YouTube? Well, my YouTube channel is strictly chess. I basically quit, I quit playing online poker before I started streaming chess. Well, around the same time. So I don't really do like poker streaming or poker videos. Alright, I said I would play this last game with Dinekis, but I think he left, sadly. So we'll take this guy's challenge. Demo. Let's just check. Is Demetrius still here? Oh, you're here. Then challenge me. Alright. Almost lost you again. Zizek really wants to play my crazy opening. The 3 a.m. defense. E4, knight h6, d4, d5. Lichess has a 55% win for black. That's sweet. That's the opening I invented. Here we go. The 3 a.m. defense. Yeah, I should do like videos on this, I guess. I mean, I make fun of Eric Rosen and people for recommending like trashy gambits. So part of me feels kind of guilty. But I invented this opening myself, you know. It's not like Eric Rosen invented the Stafford Gambit. He just promotes garbage openings that have been invented by other people, you know. I invent my own garbage openings and then actually play them in practice, albeit not very often. E4 is a good move. Well, I don't want to mock anybody. I have nothing personal against the guy. I just disagree with his promotion of stupid openings in a serious way. Alright. Now this is a new one. We'll get the knight to the center. That's the main idea. Getting knight f5. The only way to challenge is it with g4, which is a very, very weakening move. I just feel like there's too much promotion of bad openings that gives people the wrong impression. Like beginners playing the Stafford Gambit thinking that's a good opening, that's real, you know. No. It's not. It's like losing by force. You know, promoting an opening that's losing by force is a little irresponsible. Unless you like do a disclaimer, you know. I guess I could make like a disclaimer. Like, this opening is unsound. Do not play this if you're serious. Serious about the game. I still gotta get my pieces out here. It's a little worrisome. I think he has reasonable compensation for his sacrificed nugget. Guys, I have to go after this game. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back tomorrow night with a Blitz tournament. You think white extended the d-pawn? Well, is it a strength or a weakness or both? It's both. It is truly both. The strength and the weakness. Development. At least now I can move my e-pawn and finish my development. Wow. That's violent. And he's gonna castle, so you know, maybe I should play e5 here. No. We should fianchetto now. This is an important tempo, and it doesn't weaken my d6. I'll have a major problem there. He's playing like our hero, someone unsound. No, g6 is good. Maybe queen h4. Queen h4, bishop g7, bishop h6, bishop f6, bishop g5, something like that. Black is better. Black dominates. Yeah, but he's got very nice pieces. It's a little concerning. I've never seen him really play in such a gambit style. That seems like a strange move. To give up his dark square bishop? To leave me with an unopposed dark square bishop here? That can't be right. I was seriously getting a little worried about this position until now. Now we're okay, for sure. I wasn't necessarily worried per se, but I thought White had reasonable practical chances. It's International Endgame Week. You know, I'm not that sure about this. Wait, it's Cheese Pizza Week? What? You're playing F4? Alright. I think it was Cheese Pizza Week. That was a quick game. One last game. What's your take on chess in Australia? Are you talking to me? You're not talking to me, right? What do I know about chess in Australia? I haven't been there since 1996. You're not talking to me. What a forceful opening. No, I have very good practical results. I made an IM norm there in 96. My first IM norm. It just was like a Australian Masters or something. No, it was a closed tournament. I finished second, and Stephen Solomon won the tournament. That was a long time ago. Is that the same as an invitational? Well, I guess. Though an invitational, you know, could also be a Swiss system. Like, I played in US Championships where it was like 64 players were invited. That's an invitational, but it's a different kind of format, you know. But the thing is, with the closed tournament, it's a certain amount of players that play each other in a round format. You can have an invitational, but it's like, you know, not all play all. 64 players. I had a funny tournament there, though. It was really weird. We played in Melbourne. Somebody stole my watch during the first round game. I put it on the table while I was thinking and then went to the bathroom. And lost my first round game against like one of the lowest rated players. And lost my watch. Started the tournament with 0 out of 1. And then I was undefeated for the rest of the tournament and finished second. It was funny. The other weird thing that happened after I lost my watch was, or it was stolen, I found like $100 Australian on the street. which was really weird because I never ever found like more than $20, you know, on the ground in my life. It was like the day after my watch was stolen. It was like God was giving me back like a refund or something. It was funny. I think my opponent stole it, but there was no way to prove it. He was easily the #1 suspect. He was the only one who had like really good opportunity to steal it. You know? He was shifty too. Yeah, I don't have a watch anymore. I'll never buy like a really expensive watch after that. It was a gift. Like Kasparov takes off his watch all the time, puts it on the table. It was a freaking bank lobby. People are like, well, why did you put your watch on the table? You know, that's stupid. The tournament was held in the lobby of a bank. Like, it was held in the lobby of a bank, and it was closed to the public, like, for banking. For a holiday or something like that. I mean, are you serious? He stole my watch in a bank. That takes a lot of nerve. How did he know that, like, the cameras were not activated or whatever? I was like, this is crazy. There's security cameras everywhere. They're like, oh, well, they're deactivated. What? How would anybody... That's crazy. How would they have known that? Is there a safer place to, like, put your watch on the table? Besides the lobby of a bank? Man, I mean, I've played in New York Open. I wouldn't even, like, leave my jacket on my chair and, like, leave the room, you know? Are you serious? Maybe too much trouble to even review it. Maybe they were lying. It's possible. It's just a watch. For them. Who cares? It's not like, you know, somebody robbed the bank. It was just a really bizarre situation. But it was cool that I finished second and made a norm. Because, like, losing to, like, one of the weakest players in the first round was devastating. With white, too. It wasn't a Timex. I wish it was. I wouldn't have been upset if it was a Timex. So we have winning king and pawn in game here. This has to be a win, right? Pawn up. Clear pawn up. What if he goes... Should he try king d6, king c3, king c6, king b3, king b6, king a4, king a6, a3, king b6, b4? It seems like eventually I have to make progress here. Material coordination. Yeah, man. That's a huge thing in the Dorfman book. Highly recommended. Actually, Prem brings up an interesting concept. What Dorfman calls like tandems of pieces. That's important, man. Absolutely. Queen and Knight is monster because they're the only pieces that don't work like each other, so they complement each other. You know, like how they say opposites attract. Queen and Knight, you know, they work together best. He also talks about Rook and Bishop versus Rook and Knight. That's an excellent book. Give me your pawn chain. Alright guys, thanks everybody for playing. We're going to be back tomorrow night with a Blitz tournament. If you'd like to join our team, Pawn and Horses Club, you can do the Tuesday command and sign up. We host a tournament every Tuesday night at 6:30. I prefer to raid people who are streaming on lichess. Are they streaming on lichess? No. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.